Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today in this video we'll be creating this chat screen, which is as you can see on the screen, that the sender can send the message and the UI will look like this, which is the reverse of what we are sending from here. So there is a small detailing, that is this thing which is the corner, and from the receiver side it is on the left side of the screen, and all the three sides are rounded in the radius part. So we'll be creating this part and you will learn a lot in this video. We'll also see that how we can add this online batch over here, which we do not have on this screen. And after that we'll be moving on to this notification screen, where we also have the same effect, which is this highlighted, which if a person has not touched the notification, then that person should see this patch as well as the highlighted color. In this case it is white, and in this case it is also white. Also you can select the notification by just hard pressing it, or by swiping it from right to left. So that way you can see this what you say to the radio, and you can click on it and it will also get selected to the all these notifications, and by clicking on this icon you can delete the notification. So you will learn a lot in this video, and after that we'll be completing this UI part of the series, and we'll be moving on to the backend series, which will also have one admin panel. I'll also make a series or a complete video on that. So before starting the video, I request you all people come to my GitHub. If you want to follow me, you can follow, as well as come to the repository, and then you can click on the car-app repository. You can start the repo and fork the repo in order to contribute or take this repo into your account, and from then you can switch the branch to this branch, which is profile underscore flow, which is the latest branch. In this video we'll be creating another branch from this branch, so we'll have another branch which will be a chat underscore screen branch. Okay, so without wasting any more time, let's get started. So what we have now, we have this particular chat screen. So let's come to the VS Code and just do npm run dev. Okay, let's go to the package.json. Yeah, we have to do npm run start. So I was working on the backend part, the admin panel, so I just forgot that it is start. Also I want to mention one thing, that I have also created one Discord server, which is this, it is the dev squad, and over here we have the doubt solving channel. In here you can ask any kind of query and I will solve it if I am online. Otherwise there are experts people who are sitting in this group. Right now there are only 4, so they can solve any kind of issue. Thus just one person DM'd me and we had one call, I solved the issues, and yeah, the rest is history. So if any one of you have any kind of issues regarding the setup, project is not running, UI is not updating, any kind of issue, just post it on this particular Discord channel, particularly this doubt solving, and yeah, you are always welcome. Just click on the link in the description box in my YouTube description and you can join from there. So learn as well as help other people. So now we will start. Okay, so let's go to the chat screen. So yeah, this is where we left. As you can see, I had the highlighted as a prop, and from here we can see the highlighted ones, and also we can send the batch, which is hard coded. Right now it is true, so it will be dynamic once we get the data. So let me create another branch. As I have told you, I'm going to check out another branch, so I'm creating another branch, and that branch will be chat notification. Okay, chat as well as notification flow. So I have switched to another flow, which is chat underscore notification flow. So what we will do in this, the moment I click on this particular item, I should redirect to a new chat screen to that specific person or that specific ID. Okay, so for that let's come over here and if you see that we have this asset, components, navigator, screens, right? Inside screen we have this message, and we had developed this particular screen which is message screen. So inside this folder we'll create another folder which will be a chat. Okay, because a message is a screen which we can see all of the messages, which we have a component also that we will use inside the chat. So that's the reason I have used a folder which is chat inside the message screen. So I hope you all people can understand this. So now inside this I'm going to create chat screen.tsx. so chat will also have style, or we can use message style. If you can see, we have already message styles over here, but as you know that message styles is now increased till 80th line, so I'm going to create another style for chat style, and we will reuse this style because it is inside the message, so that dry code we will use. So over here I'm going to type ts. So let's copy the styles first to the chat style and remove the unnecessary ones. So as you know that we are into the child folder, so this imports will not work. Let me just remove this first. Let me just remove this like this. Okay, so let me also remove this. Yeah, now the style part is ready. So just type rnfe and just type chat screen. Okay, like this. So now let's go to the app navigator. Inside you can see that see where we have defined the message. Let me just type message screen over here. As you can see that we are inside this message screen, right? And if I click on this screen, it is profile screen. But let me show you. This is the tab navigation. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. So we have 5 screens, right? So the first screen is home screen, which is this, and the second screen is search screen, which is this. Third screen is message screen, and then notification screen, and then we have profile screen. So this is the message screen. Let me show you the UI. Come to the UI. So as we have making this playlist, if you have seen my previous videos, I have told you that whichever screen has this bottom navigation, we will put it onto tab navigation. Okay, and the screen which do not have that bottom navigation, that will be inside another stack. Okay, so it is not having the bottom navigation, as this is the full screen, so it will not be inside this particular stack. I'm going to create another stack for it. So in this case that will be this, which is root stack. So I'm going to create it over here. So let's write it chat screen. I'm going to keep the name as it is and just come over here and paste the chat screen over here. So now we have this chat screen, right? So if I go to the message screen, and on the single item, it should also accept the on press prop. Let's add that. I'm going to add on press. It will be not an optional, because every item will have the on press prop no matter what. So let me add it on press. In case we do not add the on press, so let's add a empty bracket, so it will not get crash when the user press. So let me add it to this whole particular view. Even if user clicks on this side, it should be get clicked. Even if user click on this side, it should get clicked. So let me add pressable over here. Let me complete this bracket. Now let's add on press like this, on press. Okay, so now it is now showing you a one warning that on press is missing. Let me add it, and yeah, let me show you that. Let's just directly add the navigation. So I'm going to add navigate to chat screen, but as you know that we are not inside same stack, we are into a different stack, so we have to mention. Let me just go to the app navigator. Just read the screen, the stack name. Okay, it is the root stack, and let's go to the root stack. So root stack is this. So R is small, so it is camel capital, like what is it, camel case, right? So let me add it like this. It will have one screen, and the screen name will be a chat screen like this. Now the moment I click, we are on the chat screen, right? So let's come back yeah, like this. So what we will do, we need the exact same header in the chat screen with the same style as well. So what I will do, I'll just copy this and come to the chat screen, not style, it is a screen, right? Let me just close, copy paste, and let me add it. So yeah, it is the view, and now view, yeah, that's it. So let's add the header component. Yeah, cool. Header actions, amazing. As well as let's go to the message screen, and I'm going to use this. Just import from chat screen, not message, it is chat style. Okay, so yeah, it will not have the container, so let me go to the message style. Yeah, I need the container and I need the main. So till here I'll copy, go over here, come and close, open this, and just remove this part. We need main, and just import the colors from colors. Let's save the file, come back, and yeah, like this. Just go inside it, and you can see now we can see this. So if you go on this part, we had 3 dots in this screen, but we have some video option and then this phone option, right? As of now, if I just come back, let me just do it. Let's remove the action component and see what happens. So yeah, it is removing this part. What we will do, we will keep this 3 dot as it is. In the UI we have the video option and phone options, right? So in this version of app, we'll add the pop-up drop down type in this part, and we will add the options like block user or just report the user, like something if that user is trying some unethical activities. So we will give those options in this version. So let's go over here, and we will not do anything, we'll just keep it as it is. So what we will do now, we'll make this particular component, which is this this particular person, and then we also have this card. So let's make this. So for that, as it is not related to only chat screen, if we have something called as chatbot in the future version of the app, if the chatbot if it is a floating icon over here, the moment I click on it, it should open some pop-up in this bottom side of the screen, and it will be called as a chatbot. So you can even have the chat with that bot. So that bot will have this kind of component. So I'm not going to put inside this chat screens component. So let's create the component over here. I'm going to keep this as a chat, so let's make it simple, chat card. So that chat card, it will look like this. If I just keep a chat, so it will not make any sense that it is how it will look. So that's why a chat card. So let me create a component tsx like this, and we also going to need the style. So I'm going to add chat card dot styles dot ts, and let me just copy the styles and going to paste it over here. And I don't need the unnecessary ones, and I also don't need this parameters. I'm going to just remove this. Yeah, cool. And come over here, RNFE like this, and add chat card. Okay, I'm going to keep it like simple chat card. So let's open up the styles, and let me just come back and just paste it over here, chat, not screen, chat card like this, and just close it. Simple. So going to go over here, and over here, as this chat is not pressable, you can press on the user to go on that user's profile, but you cannot press on this chat and expect something to happen. Yeah, you can multi press 2 or 3 taps to delete this message, or a drag feature which we will introduce. Okay, but as of now, let's keep it only view, and let's remove this part. So what we will do, let me just come over here and add card, and let me just give a background colors dot red like this. Let me give some padding vertical. So padding will be scale of 12, and then padding will be scale of 12, and then padding horizontal will be scale of 12. So let me just add this to this particular view. So style will be let me just add the create style into the chat card. Okay, so here is the component. Let me just paste it like this, import it from chat card style, and then styles dot card like this. Okay, so yeah, it's cool now. Let me just also add some margin so you can recognize. Only for time being I have added 20, not even use the scale. So this will have a border. Let me add the border. So the border radius is around, let me see how much this has. It is a mixed type of radius, so every corner has a 10 radius. Okay, let me add that first. So yeah, this margin is for time being, so you guys can see this. So let me add the border radius. So it is the scale of 10 here, like this. So yeah, it is not looking much, it is as per the UI. Okay, so inside it we also have the text. So let me add the text, and let me add the lorem, or let's just add the UI text. Hi, I am interested in your renting app or something. Okay, so yeah, is it available? Only available. Okay, let's keep it only with question mark. Yeah, let it be 2 lines. So I'm going to add I really like the color and the model. Yeah, like this, something like this. Okay, so that we can see the text. As you can see that it is looking now fine, but let me add also the text so it matches with the styles dot text. So let's add the text over here, and then let's see, it's Roboto 12 and then black. So I'm going to add color, so will be colors dot black, and then font size will be font size dot 12, and then the font family will be typography of regular. So yeah, it is looking now fine. Let me just see if it is reflecting. Yeah, now it is reflecting. Yeah, we have kept 12. So instead of red I'm going to give a white now. So yeah, let's keep it a red so you guys can see it. Okay, so by default, you know, the default state of this particular component, because every time it will be a chat card component, so there will be this corner from either from left side of the card, or either it will be from the right side of the card. So what I will do, this border radius, I will do one thing. Let's add border top right radius, scale of 10, border top, or we can do something like this. See, let's keep the border radius like this, or border bottom right radius, let's make it 0. Yeah, something like this. So the game is only of this particular property. So the default state will be like this for the sender, which is us, and for a receiver it will be like let me comment this and add border bottom left radius, it will be 0. So it will be from their side. So all three are rounded, and the fourth one, which will be not rounded, which will be a corner, a sharp corner like this. So it will be some kind of prop. Let me add that interface chat card props. Yeah, we don't need to export this, and itself, I'm going to introduce one prop which will be itself. So it will be a boolean type. Okay, so let me add it over here, itself and chat props. Let me add the interface I, and then let me add it over here. So itself, so what is this prop? So let me add it over here. So let me accept it from here. It will be a type of boolean. So the moment it is self, okay, so in the term of self it will be 0, and if it is not a self, then how much should it be? It should be around 10, something like this. And same goes for this particular thing. If it is self, if it is not self, something like, let me just remove the double braces. Okay, so if I pass the self as true, Okay, let me add true, something like this. Okay, so if I add the true over here, then this goes like this: the three top right, top left, top bottom left radius, it will be rounded, and this one will be a sharp corner. And if it is self false, it means it is sent it by other person. So this is what we have done, okay, for the messaging part. So I hope now you have understood this part. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this particular white part, yeah, like this, and we'll remove the this margin as well, because we will have one UI, a main layout, and we'll also have the padding over there. So technically we don't need a margin over here. If we need, we'll add it, but as of now I don't see it. So over here I'm going to write a message. It will be a type of string, and I'm going to add the message over here, ms, or let's add message. Okay, so I have to write it over here, message, and then message, like this. Let me save it, and now you guys cannot see it. Okay, so the next part is that this message component, okay, if you clearly see, it also has one particular timestamp. Every message has this, okay, but it is also something different. Okay, for example, if I have sent this message, then the date will goes in the left bottom side of this card. If someone else has sent me, then it will be on the top like bottom right side of the card. So we'll also have to handle and manage this. So for this I'm going to add one view over here. I'm going to write text, and let's suppose today is the April 20th 2025. Okay, what is the time format? Okay, it's just the time, not the date. So what I will do, what's the time right now? It's around 0100. Okay, so it's 1 a.m. Over here. I'm going to write it like this. Yeah, cool. And time being, I'm going to add some lorem 30. I guess it is not working over here, so let me just type something like this. Okay, let's save the file. Yeah, something like this. So same goes, if it is self, then this text align. So I'm going to add styles dot timestamp. Okay, let me create it over here, and the timestamp color is having around 7f thrice, so it is a placeholder regular 12. So let me add a font size dot 12, color will be colors dot placeholder, and the font family will be a regular type. But the text align, there is some difference. If the text align is right, okay, if the text align is right, then it will be on the right side, and if the text align is in the left, then it will be on the left side. So we have to understand what is the thing which is happening. So if it is a self, then the text align should be on the left side. So let me add is self. If it is a is self, which is true, then left, otherwise it should be on the right side. So now it is the left, which is us. Let me remove the text as well. Cool, right? So yeah, I will also have one prop which will be time. Okay, time will be type of string, and it will always render, because the message is always rendering. So I'm not going to add the condition, or else we can add that as well. So going to call it over here something like this, time. Okay, so I'm going to write it time like this. Yeah, save the file. Now just come over here in this file, and in this main, okay, let me just go to the main, and let me add the background color so you guys can see it only. So let's add the red, add padding horizontal, which is scale of 18, and padding vertical. Do we need the padding vertical? Let's see it. Yeah, we need a bit of scale of around, let's give a half of 18, which is 9. Let's give a 8. So yeah, it's good now. Okay, so this is the chat card. Okay, so if I add itself false, itself true, and then message hello, how are you, time. So as you can see, it is showing me with the time. And if we see that the time and this card has some gap, let me add that as well. I'm going to render margin bar bottom. We'll render only 8. Let's make it 4. Yeah, cool. So yeah, it is done now. Let me just write it 3 to 4 times. And yeah, also I need to add some render margin bottom. What I'll do, I'll just write it as like container and go over the styles, chat style. Yeah, exactly. And wait, not the chat style, it is chat component. Okay, so let's write it over here. I'm going to add a margin bottom, or let's say margin vertical, scale of at least 2. Okay, for that we can also render margin bottom, but let's do one thing, only render margin bottom scale of at least 8, so it will have that gap, and render margin bottom will just keep it 2. Okay, so let's try 12 because we need a lot of margin. If you can see, it is having a lot of gap. Okay, so instead of 12 I'm going to keep it 18. Yeah, now it is looking kind of fine to me. Okay, so I hope we have covered this part. So let's zoom in. Yeah, it is fine. Let me just add false. Let me just add false, or let me just make true, also false. Let me just add true. Yeah, this is sent by me, sent by other, sent by me, sent by other. Also that other person is desperate, so let's try false. Yeah, cool. Hello, how are you? Okay, let me just add some text. Good, thanks. How about you? So yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm good, thanks. Something same here. Okay, so these are some text. Okay, so let me add some more text, so it will have some 2 lines. Yeah, something like this. So now I'm going to remove the red color. Come back and go over here. Let's remove the red color. So now it is looking something like this. I hope you can see. Okay, so now over here what we will do, as this screen is not scrollable, only a message can scroll. Okay, so what we will do, either we can put this inside a scroll view and make this whole entire screen scroll, but I'm not going to do that. We will use just a FlatList component. So come over here and just cut this, use the FlatList from React Native and just render this item. Yeah, something like this, data, and name message time image. Yeah, we can use this name, not name, but let me see, message time image. Chat card, let me go over here, is self message time image. Okay, something like this. So I'm going to keep message time image, message time, and I'm going to just add one prop, which is self. Wait, ID we don't require this as of now, is self true. I'm going to keep this is self as a false, something like this. But if you can clearly see that there is one issue now. Okay, so let me just add itself and item dot itself. Okay, so what's the issue now? That if you can see, when the conversation starts, okay, it does not start from the top. Okay, it don't stop, like it don't start from the top. It will always start from bottom. One message you, other person will send, then you send, then other person will send. Okay, and it goes so on. Okay, the more you like scroll upwards, you can see the history of that person. So this message is sent by you and the other person is sent over here, then you will send over here, and then the other person will send over here. My point is that every time you send a message, the message do not go on the top, the message will be always on the end. If you can see the time stamp, which is 18, 17, 16, the history is going on the upward side. Okay, the history is on going on the upward side. Your message should be on the bottom of the screen. So in this case, if I have this particular thing as a false and if I have this particular thing as a true, so this is sent by me, this is sent by other person. So let me also just reduce the time. So let me just give you a real example, quick real. So I sent someone message at 8 a.m. I want to show like that. So I sent good morning to someone on 7 a.m. and after 1 hour I got one message, hello, how are you? So how the data is getting rendered, let me show you. This is the data, the first index element of that array, which is this, got rendered over here. Okay, on the top side. Okay, which was the first message? It was yours. Okay, it was yours. So your message is this. Okay, so we all also have to send the data from the backend in the particular way. It should be like the latest will be on the bottom. Okay, in this case it is something like this, the latest data which will be on the bottom side. So we can the moment we are getting the data, we'll customize that, but we have some prop, something called as inverted. Okay, so if we add this, so the first thing that the problem gets solved, which is that the message comes on the bottom side. Now you will also have one question that, hey, I can use the flex and I can use the align item and something like this, or justify content end, so it can always go on the bottom side. So just get to know about this prop, what it is. It just reverse the direction. Okay, so what it did, if I just remove this, our message was on the bottom side. Okay, the moment I did inverted, so it basically inverted all the messages. So the data should be coming like this now, like this. So the good morning we sent, and then hello, how are you? Okay, let me just do the data again as it like this. So it will be like this only. I think I got confused. So first at 7 a.m. I sent good morning, and then I got a message from someone at 8 a.m. hello, how are you? Okay, so the data structure, see, the data structure should be coming in only this particular way, which is the latest was on this top end. I think the old one was on the bottom end. So now if I just copy this and just paste it like this, and instead of 8 I add a 9. Okay, and this message is sent by me, it was true. So what we can reply to this mail, to this message, hello, how are you? Yeah, I am fine. So I'm going to add I am fine, thank you. See, 7 a.m. I sent someone message, 8 a.m. I received hello, how are you? At 9 a.m. I am receiving yes, I am fine, thank you. Then the other person comes and he message or she message, and that message is on another 10 a.m. because that person was also having some ego issues. So that is also seeing the messages as well as giving the replies at the same time which I gave. So that person is saying okay, fine, okay, with a good answer. So this is good morning by me, first 7 a.m. This is the hello, how are you from them. This is yes, I am fine, thank you. And this is from them. So let me do this, it's fine, it's self false, so it is from them. So if I just play with this data and I just make this at least 30 types of data, so this screen can scroll till the top and then bottom. Now I hope you got it. This was the very important part. A lot of people make some confusions about this, and they just do some goof ups in the UI. So yeah, this is done like this. Now what we have this particular thing, which is the input. Okay, we need some kind of input, right, so that user can type. So we'll have to make that. So we have made this chat card, right? Let's close this and let's type input component over here. I'm going to write it like this. Just quick fix and miss some attribute. Let it add. Placeholder will be send a message. Yeah, something like this. Send a message, and let me just type e and then console.log e, something like this. So now I can, let me just open my keyboard. Yeah, it is something like this. So I can type, and the moment I click on it, this keyboard should get empty, and as well as it should push the data into this, and then it should go to that particular socket API. Okay, so it also should have the arrow icon, which it is not looking in the UI. Yeah, it is something like this in UI. So let's add React Native vector icons. Go to this directory. I'm going to use the icon which is send. Okay, from material icon we have also community icons. We have this. Let's see if we can use something which is the outline. Yeah, I'm going to use this send, only this icon. Okay, I did not find anything. Let me add the action component. We don't have that, so let me just add it over here. Material icons, let me import it, something like this. Also add the name of the icon. In this case it was send, a cool send icon, and I will also give the color to it. Let's add the color. Color will be colors dot placeholder. Yeah, looks fine now. So let's add the size now. Size will be scale of 20. Let me add a 24. How it will be? Yeah, it's cool now. So what I'll do, I'll just wrap this into one view. Yeah, amazing. Just do styles dot send message container, a cool good name, and chat screen. I'm going to paste it over here. Flex direction, something like this. Padding vertical. Yeah, also this should not cry, so I'm going to put a flex one. So what I'll do, styles dot input send input container. Is it a container? No, it is not. It is just an input. So I'm going to just write input. Just add a flex one, something like this. Align item center, padding vertical. I don't need this. And can we see if we have some margin bottom somewhere over here? Margin top. Yeah, we have a margin top, and we don't have any kind of margin bottom. Yeah, so what I will do, let me just check it out, that what's happening. Yeah, if you can see that as it has some margin top in this input component, as I saw it, so it is not coming on the center part. So it has this by default margin, which we can reduce it by giving it this container. So let's add a margin top which is 0. Let's add some call gap. I'm going to add a 12 at least, and let's close this. Can we do 10? Yeah, cool. So I'm going to just remove this particular thing. Yeah, looks fine, right? So you just have to press this when the user will add on press, or I will just add the on press prop on it. So it will look like this. Okay, you can just play with the data 3 or 4 times, and it should get scroll, something like. Yeah, the one moment, one important part, as you can see that there is this scroll bar which is looking like sad, right? It's not an HTML page to show the scroll bar. If it has, then it should be amazing, like style. So what I'll do, let's remove the show vertical scroll indicator false. Show like something like this. Yeah, something like this. Okay, so yeah, it is cool. So let's remove this. Yeah, let me just commit this code to this particular branch. Git add commit -m updated the chat flow. Yeah, we also have to publish this branch. Yeah, now it is pushed. Let me come and see chat. Yeah, compare and pull. Yeah, we also have this branch now. We just go to this particular branch and you can see that I have committed the code. And in this video, that's it. What I will suggest you guys, you should join the Discord. You will get your doubt solved, as well as for the people who wants to contribute, like solve the doubts or the problem of the people, because the more you solve the people's problem, the more the knowledge you will gain. If you have given something, you will also get. Okay, so yeah, that's it in this video. In the next video we'll jump on to this notification screen and the part. So till then, bye bye, stay happy, stay safe, and yeah, please really do work hard. That's it.